Knight Sienna and Angel Hawk and other Killer Bees have been doing a great job managing things. I'm actually going to turn it over to Sienna for the latest update.
Hey guys, thank you, Zood. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Yeah, WildStar has been, we got off to a really strong start. We've had some bumps and hiccups along the way. It's a great game, lots of content. They are focusing on fixing some things, as usual with any new game. There's things that have to be fixed. Nothing that's major that we have seen anything that's game breaking. There is a big patch coming out. It's actually our Drop 3 patch Tuesday, and it's called The Defile. And I just put a link in the chat box there if you guys want to check it out. There is lots of information. I believe there was 10 pages of changes on their forums. So lots of new data. Let me see if I can grab that really quick.
Hail Zavi. Hail Q.
And here's the link.
Hail.
Lots of information, lots of changes, lots of fixes. There's going to be a new dungeon. They're going to be doing things with war plots. They're going to be doing changes to PvP. Just all kinds of stuff. They're going to be having things with housing and increasing things with housing. If you guys have not checked it out, I highly, highly recommend you check it out. A lot of us have 7-day trials. If you want to check that out, it is a sub. However, we have something that is that you can buy in-game with money that will pay for your subscription. So there's lots of capabilities. And of course, we've been working on our rating and getting a tune for rating. So anyway, give us a check out. We've got, of course, WoW is coming out towards the end of their expansion is coming out towards the end of the week. So we're going to be competing a little bit with our big patch Tuesday and WoW's big expansion coming out. I believe it's Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Awesome, that sounds amazing. Thank you guys. Cool. Well, ESO has been around a while, as everybody knows. So, Hobbit, you're up for the ESO update.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
ESO is going as strong as ever. Recruitment is still up, thanks to the wonderful efforts of Lavum, our race hero. And along with his awesome efforts, he has managed to get our surveys up and running again. These are anonymous surveys that we've started since the beginning of the chapter and had a little bit of a lull without them running. That allows any member of the ESO chapter, as well as the community as well, to put their input in regarding the chapter itself and how it's running, and some ideas and questions and comments and suggestions and such. Let me give you a couple of links. This is the forum thread that we have running right now.
I love links.
You can see all the surveys that we have at the moment. And that is the thread to this month's survey. So thank you very much to Lavin for his efforts in getting that running. Very helpful for us and everyone that's helping run the chapter and such. A lot of good information we can get from people, and remember, it's all anonymous. With the huge 1.5 patch that dropped last week for ESO, we've seen a ton of new content. Shortly before that, we had the Dragonstar Arena drop, and we've been doing a lot of Dragonstar Arena runs throughout the week. We have a big contest coming up for Dragon Star Arena and a challenge within the ESO chapter itself. Let me pull up the link for that. I'm going to give you a link to our event calendar.
Hello everyone.
Big challenge coming up on the 17th. Some great in-game cash prizes and a little a surprise that we haven't let on yet for people that end up winning the challenge. That'll be a surprise, something that I'm sure everyone will be happy to receive. But so if you're in the ESO chapter, check that out. All kinds of stuff going on. We have stuff going on every single day of the week, whether it's PvE, PvP, crafting related. Sunday is packed full with stuff to do. A lot of times we're having all-day events that are going on. And the PvP is rocking, doing great out there. Big thank you to our PvP leaders that we've had so far, Chiva Sean, Potus, Left Turn, anyone else that's been out there doing the PvP, Arya as well. You can see us streaming on Twitch, whether it's PvE or PvP, most nights of the week. So definitely a lot of stuff to get involved in with the ESO chapter. And I'd like to thank everyone who's put in all the effort over this last 6 months with this chapter, getting it running and keeping it running. Everyone's doing an awesome job, and we could not have done it without the help from everyone in this community and within the chapter. It's been a great ride so far, and we hope to keep it going as long as we can.
Fantastic. Big Hellswarm!
Hobbit rocks.
Yeah, thank you guys for the amazing job you continue to do over there. Can't speak enough about it. And for everybody that has been taking charge and leadership on individual chapters within this community, it's a ton of work, as many of us are aware of. It's a huge responsibility. So can't thank you guys enough for all the amount of time that you guys have invested to keep things rolling. So speaking of which, another one of our official chapters that has been going for quite some time now and continues to do so. We'd like to call upon Agatha for the Guild Wars 2 update.
Hellswarm.
Hellswarm.
Fate sends her regrets in not being able to be here. She really wishes she could have made it. Hopefully she'll be back online tomorrow. She's just having little health issues, like Venom said, so our thoughts are with her. The Guild Wars 2 chapter is, we're going strong still, over 2 years now. We just finished up the Halloween event, and we suspended our normal weekly events so everyone could focus on the Halloween goodies and get all their achievements done. And right after that, on November 4th, we had the new storyline continuing for Season 2 of the Living Story, which added a new zone to the game that it's about twice as big as the previous zones have been. A lot of mobs to fight out there, a lot of stuff to do out there, a lot of treasure to get. So we're advancing the story along, probably going to have to take on a new dragon at the end of it. We're all looking forward to that. Our World versus World has slowed down a bit since the tournament ended. And we've heard some rumors that we're losing some more guilds that play out in World versus World. They're going to transfer servers again. So we're going to end up having to see where we end up being in the ranking system in World versus World. But the good news is that that leaves plenty of targets for us to attack. So we've been trying to get everyone out there, a couple times a week, and protect our borderlands, attack our enemies' borderlands, and just keep things fun and keep it going out there. And for the arena PvP, we've had a couple people express some interest in getting groups together, and they're working on tactics and everything for that. See if we can get a full-time group going to do tournaments and stuff. And we are also running a recruitment drive this month. With the slight decline in the server, we've lowered down our expectations a little bit on the number of new people that make it all the way to Worker B. But if we hit our goal, we will be giving away a precursor to a legendary shield. It's worth about 600 gold. So hopefully we can give that out this month. I'd like to see one of our members win that. Other than that, our events are going good. Everything's going good. The game is on sale right now if you want to check it out. It's like $20. So there's no monthly fee, just that one-time payment, and you're good to go. All right. Hell Swarm.
Thank you, Agatha. Appreciate that. And as many of you know, one of our newest casual chapters has been the Archage chapter, and there's been a ton of interest, and really appreciate the huge support. With that, so with no further ado, let me turn it over to Stravani for Archage.
Thank you, Venom, and Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Archage, it is free to download, and you can play free to play, or you can pay for a subscription, or you can also buy an in-game item called an Apex, which will let you buy your subscription with in-game gold. We can definitely help you with that. There's tons of... Yeah? There are tons of different things you can do within Archage. It's sandbox, mostly sandbox, I guess. There's PvP, there's dungeons. You can go on trade runs where you just basically make up some packs with stuff and deliver it for gold. The further away you want to take it, the more gold you get. So you can just start trekking from one end of the continent to the other, and when you get bored with it, you just pull over to the nearest gold vendor and get some gold. We have ships, and we do trade runs by ships. We also fish. We have a fishing vessel. Petros is our fishing captain. He doesn't step foot on land a whole lot anymore, but he loves going out and fishing, and that's a great money maker as well, gold maker. We have gliders. You can fly around in the air, and if you have a high-end glider, which you can either purchase or you can build, you can fly around. There's ways you can strafe people, drop bombs on them. Just yesterday we killed an enemy merchant vessel, destroyed their ship, took all their trade packs and turned them in. That guy paid through the nose for his folly, and we made lots of loot, so it's a great time. And like I say, it's free to download, free to play. Come down anytime you want, check it out. There's bugs. It's a new game. Obviously, they're working them out as we go. It's gotten better. Currently, you can't make characters on our server. That's maxed out, but we will make an announcement when that opens up. That's about all I have for it. Zod, I know you might want to chime in on something if you wish.
Okay. Hail Swarm! Hail Swarm! In addition to that, we have events going on. We have Godfather as our warlord, so he would be helping with the PvP after. And Zasen, as crazy as it sounds, will put back on his tanking gear and try to do the dungeon lord kind of deal. So we'll be trying to run through dungeons and stuff. Archage is a great game. The game is very intertwined, meaning that everything relates to everything else. So I'm like, you want money, you gotta go to the enemy continent. You gotta go to the enemy continent, gotta defend yourself. I'm like, that's how intertwined it is. Even the crafting is intertwined. So Whether you're in PvE or PvP, Arcade is one of those places to be. Hell Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds exciting. And another thing of note is our ongoing community allies. Tenacious has been a huge part of the RJH chapter, so really appreciate them working together with us ongoing. So big shout out to Tenacious, and we look forward to more updates from RJH. Big Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm. Hail Swarm.
Awesome. And Final Fantasy, of course, is another casual ongoing chapter, and I'd like to turn over to Clea for a Final Fantasy update. Thanks.
Thank you, Emperor Venom. All right, well, as he said, the Final Fantasy chapter is casual. Final Fantasy has been going for a little over a year now. It opened up for the first time, Final Fantasy XIV, in August of last year. And the chapter is still going strong. On the 28th of October, Square Enix dropped a huge patch, 2.4, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff to do there with that. Among other things, they introduced a new class, the Rogue class, which has the job of ninja. I found it rather interesting as opposed to some of the other games out there. When our ninjas stealth, even if you're in their guild, if you're in the group with them, you can't see them. They are totally blanked out. They're not just kind of lighter colored or whatever. You absolutely cannot see them in this game. So that's a little bit of a challenge for some people in terms of PvP and that sort of thing. Additionally, this patch brought us 3 brand new dungeons. We have individualized housing. We do have a guild house, and there are kind of like housing units attached to that people can buy. But if they want a house of their own, you can also do that. Of course, the cost is higher for that than it is for the housing units that you access through our guild house. Additionally, Final Fantasy is a subscription-based game. It's like $15 a month, which is kind of the standard, I think, if you are playing a subscription-based game. But one thing that I want to do is post up in here. This is actually a link to the patch notes for patch 2.4 that was just dropped. So if some of you guys that maybe played Final Fantasy before and are interested in what some of the changes are and what they've done with it, that is a direct link to the patch notes for 2.4. Now, one of the other things that's going on currently is that they have for this weekend, there is a free login weekend until Monday morning. And I had posted up it in the Final Fantasy, and I believe I mentioned it in the shout box. But I also want to post up a link to that for any of you that have played Final Fantasy in the past and your subscription has gone inactive. You can go ahead and play for the rest of this weekend for free. And that is the link to the thread explaining that. I simply pulled that off of their website and quoted it for you. It has all of the information, and also a link to the client download in case you're one of those people that doesn't keep your games installed even when you've let them go inactive. So there's a couple possibilities for you if you've tried it in the past and you felt like there wasn't enough there or something like that. Check out those 2 links, and perhaps you want to join us there for a day or a day and a half. Now, additionally with this is that they have also, we had a couple of people that went to the Fan Fest in Las Vegas. Sorry about that, but we went to the Fan Fest in Las Vegas. Noria posted up a bunch of screenshots of him with various people, Yoshi P and some of the other top people there from Square Enix. They're in charge of this game, and the developer crew and all of the changes that are in now and that will be coming in the future. One of the things that they have announced, among others, is that there will be an expansion coming out in the spring. The current patch put in like 3 new dungeons and a bunch of other things. There's a whole gob of things. That's why I put the patch notes up. But the expansion in the spring, there's going to be more new classes. Among them are going to be samurai. There will be flying mounts, more dungeons. It's called Heaven's Ward. It also has a whole bunch of stuff coming. They haven't released gobs of information about it yet. Obviously, it's still a little early for them to start dropping a lot of details at this time. There was an oopsie or two that happened at the Fan Fest. That's how we know about the samurai class, actually. Somebody made a little boo-boo with somebody that's involved with the music for the game. Made some comment that I guess it was in Japanese. They didn't think the English speakers would understand it. Somebody picked it up, and up came this music that has to do with samurai. So anyway, but that's about it for the Final Fantasy chapter. We would love to have more of it, more people playing in it with us. We're having a lot of fun with it now again. We've got people who hadn't played for some time that have come back and are really having a good time with it again. So check it out, and that about covers it for Final Fantasy. Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm!
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Clea. And to our next up, we have our longest running casual chapter within our community. I'd like to call up Zandria for Star Trek Online. And if we have volunteers, somebody might like to read the text that she types in chat.
It's not a volunteer, that's fine.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm!
As Venom said, STO is our longest running chapter. STO is a free-to-play game which I invite everyone to give it a shot. As with most free-to-play games, there is a cash shop, but there is no need to spend anything in it to be fully able to play the game. We had just have our newest expansion, Delta Rising. For those familiar with Star Trek, the expansion adds the Delta Quadrant, effectively increasing the size of the game world by 20%. The level cap has been raised from 50 to 60. New character progression mechanics were added. New vessels and sustainable increase in the PvE missions, raids, and event content. They have also recruited nearly all key actors for the Star Trek Voyager television show, and they appear through the content and supply full voice acting, making the most immersive expansion to date. In addition, link, we will once again be returning to our Warlord Challenge PvP extravaganza. Link is for the sign-up page. Smiley face. And the second one is the rules. Everyone past, present, or future is welcome to play. There is something for everyone, and we are more than happy to assist new PvPers with acquiring suitable equipment and PvP boot camps as desired. Each category in the event has its own champion, and the overall winner will become the new chapter's champion of STO. Added sound effect.
That was awesome.
And all would be added to the Hall of Heroes as linked above. Oops, LOL.
Hell
Swarm.
Hell Swarm. Hell Swarm.
Hell Swarm. Hell Swarm.
That is awesome.
Wait, I don't know if she's finished yet. That's all for me. Thanks, everyone. Hell Swarm.
Hell Swarm. Hell Swarm. Awesome. Thank you very much, Zandria, for the update. That was fantastic. And again, it's great to see new stuff continuing to happening there, as well as our ongoing chapters. Really appreciate that, and thanks to everybody, all our chapter lords across the community, for spending the time to invest in making sure that each chapter is delivering as much as it can for all of our community members. So really appreciate that. So that being said, those are our existing chapters. We have a lot of upcoming stuff to keep our eyes on as well. EverQuest Next, I think a lot of us have been watching. They basically, every Wednesday they have a web update, and they broadcast streaming a ton of great information as far as like what's happening in Landmark, which is the precursor to EverQuest Next, and it's so exciting to see. I think a lot of us within the community are really stoked to kind of watch things progress over there. The community, basically, EverQuest 1 was a huge foundation for us as far as our MMO roots. So I think a lot of us are really excited to see what happens with EQ next. So every Wednesday, again, stay tuned. There's always live updates for that. Also, and again, a lot of this too, if you're ever curious as far as like, hey, you know what, a new chapter or a new game is coming out and I'm really excited about it, a lot of it can just be found on our forums under games of interest. If it's something we're already like committed to, it'll be there under the unofficial chapters within our community. And then if it's something that's already kind of we've gotten the ball rolling on, then you'll see it in the main area of the forum. So just a heads up for everybody as far as like kind of how the mechanics work. It's a bit of a progression. So if you ever come across a game and you're like, oh my God, we got to play this, I can't wait till this comes out, post it up in the games of interest section. And then if other people within the community are like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for that too, they're going to post up there. We want to see it build steam, and if enough interest is generated, we'll end up turning it into, most likely, it's going to become a chapter within our community. So keep that in mind. It really is all up to you guys, what you guys want to play, what's coming up in the future. You guys are in control as far as like the direction of the community as far as that goes. So keep that in mind. So another title that we've seen a lot of interest in, Black Desert. That's another one that I think there's been a ton of people that have been just like super excited for. I mean, the graphics are amazing. Obviously, the combat system is something for me personally that really resonates. It seems like they've spent a ton of effort in their investment into the combat system, which sounds amazing. I strongly recommend anybody who has not, checked it out thus far, take a look at it. It's on our Games of Interest section. Overwatch, I think a lot of us just found out about that with BlizzCon, the new announcement. I'm pretty surprised to find out it's Blizzard's first new franchise in 17 years. That blows my mind right there. 17 freaking years, man. But you can see too that they, knowing how Blizzard release stuff, it's like they really want to make sure that when they release something, it's finished. And that's something you don't see in a lot of developers. Blizzard, when they're putting something out, a new product out there, they take their time to make sure that it's golden, it's ready to go. So really exciting and a big surprise to see Overwatch announced, and the trailer on that just looks amazing. So again, Games of Interest section, please by all means post up if you're interested so we can start planning, because again, what we find within our community is the more advanced notice that we can get and the more planning that we can do on any given chapter, the more success we find and the more longevity it has moving forward down the road. So we try to plan ahead as much as possible when it comes to releasing a new chapter within our community. So the more that you guys, everybody individually has a voice in this. So the more that everybody kind of, pitches in, is like, hey, you know what, here's a new game that's coming out. I really want to be involved. Hey, I'd love to, be maybe a herald within that chapter. Let us know, because these are the types of things that we can kind of take and then run with and start moving forward with. And in doing so, again, like I said, we found that it ensures the greatest success for us moving forward within that given chapter. So the more advanced notice and the more planning that we make, the better the chapters are. That's just a good rule of thumb for everybody. So it all kind of starts there, though, on the forums in the Games of Interest section. So please post up there if it's a game that you're excited about. WoW, obviously, World of Warcraft, a game that everybody knows and loves. It's been around. The community has been involved on a variety of levels over the years. We've got it looks like some renewed interest. So I'd actually like to turn it over to Sienna to maybe speak a little bit about the future of World of Warcraft in our community.
Hey guys, Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm. Hail Swarm. Hail Swarm.
So we have a lot of interest lately in the anniversary expansion of WoW that is coming out Thursday, called Worlds of Draenor. It actually launches on the 13th. Here's a link. Gotta love links. So what we've done, since we've heard a lot of people in the swarm have been interested, some not interested, people who have sworn, I'm never going back to WoW, stuff like that. But there has been a lot of renewed interest in WoW. So what we've done is we have put together a poll. Right now we've had quite a bit of responses on it for what people are looking for, and let me give you the link for that. So basically what we've determined so far is that we're going Horde, and we're going to be on a PvP server. We are narrowing down which server, since the official Swarm chapter was previously on a PvE server. There's only one person, I think, that responded that they really wanted it on PvE, but everybody else is pretty much, let's go PvP. Swarm is PvP. So we have determined Horde PvP. We will hopefully in the next couple of days determine an official chapter, but note, you can group up and raid and quest with anybody that is on your friends list. So even if say we transferred one toon or did a auto 90 toon, which comes with the expansion, on the server of the new server, Swarm Choice server, we can still use our old toons that are on other servers and group up with as needed if we need a healer or if we need a tank and we're shy a tank on the current server. Group up. We can still do that. And that's really cool feature that they have added. So with the expansion comes a free level up to 90. So a lot of us are waiting to use that until we determine which server we're actually going to be on officially. So again, watch the forums. It'll be in the forums. What is that?
Probably
Games of interest.
Yeah, it's in the unofficial chapter section.
Perfect.
Just let us know whenever, because... there I go. Just let us know whenever, because I actually have the expansion, and I was wondering if you guys were doing it or not.
Yes, it is going to be a definite. We already started a World of Warcraft channel down there. It's in the unofficial Swarm Games. If there's enough renewed interest, I have seen it happen where games have popped back up again. So definitely keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the forums.
No, yeah, just a quick question for anyone who's used the, jump to 90 thing. Is that, can you use, if you have not used it, can you use it on any server?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I've already used it.
I still have mine, so I'll use it on whatever server you guys go to, so that's just whenever you know.
If you have a character that's level 60 or more and you use the jump, it will also max out your professions.
Oh dear.
Nice.
That's
I have level 80. I have level 80s, so.
Well, you can max out your professions even if you want to drop the ones you've got and get new ones. As soon as you level up to 90, your main two professions plus first aid will be maxed to 600.
We are going to be having a meeting that Zood has posted for 2 p.m. tomorrow for the WoW chapter. So if you want to attend, we'll be here. 2 p.m. Pacific.
Wonderful.
Remember Pacific.
Fantastic.
I'm on Executus right now with my level 90 rogue orc, and Executus is a medium level server that has plenty of people, but it may not be maxed out, so we may not have to have a line to get in. Many servers do have, once this expansion comes out, the servers are going to be slammed. But that's one server I know from experience that is good PvP and is decent level players without having to sit there for an hour waiting for the waiting in line to get in.
Quick question on when you were mentioning the professions, getting them to thing. Does the character you use it on have to be 60, or can you just have a level 60 character, get the character, and then train up the professions, and then
the character, whatever you use a level 90 boost on, it has to be for that character.
No, yeah, I mean, if you start a new character and then you get to a point where you get the professions, you train the professions, like just say you get to level 10, and then you use the 90. You have a level 80 character on the side. It doesn't work that way?
No, it doesn't.
Not to cut in, but since we're kind of short on time, we are definitely having the meeting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. We will record it. So if you can't make it, we'll have it. But we should be down in the WoW channel that is towards the bottom of Ventrilo right now. And look us up, 2 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Big Hail Swarm. Fantastic. So make sure anybody interested in WoW, definitely be there tomorrow. This is all happening real time. So again, it's all up to you guys. If there's enough interest and enough people that are really wanting to play and be a part of it, we will go ahead and move forward with community support for a WoW chapter again. So it's all up to you guys. If you want that to happen, be there tomorrow at 2 p.m. To be a part of the meeting. And I don't know if there's a specific link to the meeting information or if people could start rolling on that, but feel free to post that up in chat as well.
And Preventum, I just posted to the guild event calendar on the forums, and I was going to go ahead and put a post in the World of Warcraft forum here in a little while.
Perfect.
No link yet, sorry.
The Warlock strikes again. Thank you, sir. And cool. So looking forward to that. Also, as was mentioned in chat, just a little bit above was Gigantic. That's another one that looks amazing. That again, I think there's some interest within our community to be a part of. It's like a League of Legends first-person shooter. Essentially, it just looks incredible what they're doing with it. One of the differences is instead of like in League of Legends, how you assault somebody's base, it seems like the point of attack is kind of an enemy boss, and so there's a big like giant creature that you have that you need to protect, and towards the end of the match, the creatures head towards the middle of the ring and battle it out, and it looks like pandemonium and is great. Here's the link in chat for that. And Hobbit, by all means, feel free to post Black Desert link again. That's in Game of Interest still. And
Black Desert still doesn't have a U.S. producer yet. They're taking forever.
I heard that stuff was in development, so my understanding is that things are happening and that there will be an NA release. I believe they said tentatively for next year, the last I heard. But yeah, again, it looks amazing. So again, another title where I'm super excited. It does sound gloomy, but anybody that's had the opportunity to take a look at some of the footage for it, oh man, it looks incredible what they're doing with that. So again, another title that we're super excited to see. And again, as with any of these new titles coming down the road, up to you guys. If you guys are interested in, post up on the forums under that thread. We want to see interest in it. Post up if you're interested in maybe taking a title, taking responsibility within the chapter. Again, that's something that within our community, I think everybody's kind of aware of the mechanics we have here but just to kind of reiterate, we have kind of a global ranking system that encompasses our entire community, and that's the ranks that you see by your name in Ventrilo, Soldier B, Worker B, Killer B, etc. But in addition to that, we have another layer that is focused on individual responsibilities for the chapter. So people that are interested in like getting more involved with a particular chapter, whether it's a new chapter or existing chapter, they'll take on titles such as Herald. Herald's responsible for recruiting, orientations, alliance management, things like that. Warlord, responsible for managing PvP battles and getting PvP groups organized, things like that, etc. And let me post, I think I have the link handy for anybody if you need a quick link, and if you're ever Agatha on top, before I could even do it, Agatha's on top of it. Thank you, sir. I was just about to post that. The link that Agatha posted was essentially kind of a general description for a community, for ranks, titles, etc. At the very top of that, we kind of have a breakdown of the diagram of existing chapters within our community. So if you're ever, like wondering, hey, who's responsible for Final Fantasy? You can always just kind of glance at this page and look, or hey, who's running Guild Wars 2? You can look at there and see, who you can go to for whatever your specific needs are within that chapter. We try to keep this diagram up to date as much as possible, generally a week or two. We try to keep it updated, but for the most part, it should be pretty accurate per date. One of the exceptions currently is we just need to get the Arch Age information updated here, and then we'll have that for everybody's reference as well. Other than that, it should be pretty accurate across our chapters. So again, just for everybody's FYI, that's the difference as far as like ranks and titles. Titles are chapter specific, ranks are community wide. So that's just something to keep in mind. And again, for people that are interested, we're always looking for people to take on more responsibilities within their given chapters. So by all means, let Swarm Lords know, let your chapter lords know if you're interested in taking on one of these roles, or have time to help out in that fashion. We're always looking for more people to help out, so keep that in mind as well. So those are things for everybody to consider as far as new titles and the future of the community, what direction we're going in. Again, we look to you guys for your feedback and what games you guys want to play, and that's kind of how we direct it. So really post up on the forums, keep your eyes on the games of interest section, particularly if you're looking for a new title and if you're considering a new game for the future. As far as news goes within the community, again, I want to thank everybody who came out early this month. I believe it was November 2nd for our Team Fortress event. We're going to try to have more of those for the community as well. As everybody knows, we have our karaoke events, which are fantastic, and obviously Queen Fate has been a huge part in getting those rolling. I'm going to try and help out as much as I can with Team Fortress events. I'm going to try to make it maybe a month or every other month, something like that, but again, it'll depend on you guys, how much interest you guys have in being a part of that. To give you a little backstory, again, Team Fortress was pretty much the foundation. It was the building blocks of our community as it stands today, so it's kind of why we fall back to that, and it's something that I think still really holds up well to this day. And I know, speaking for myself, and I think for most of us that were there earlier this month, it was freaking amazing. It was so much fun that we all had together. So please keep your eyes out for the next Team Fortress event. We're going to try and have one next month. Possibly we'll sync it up with our we tend to have like a kind of a year wrap up in December, and we'll I think next month will be no exception. We'll have another, wrap-up season finale event, and probably, tie our Team Fortress event to that as well. We'll also, again, keep in mind, December 20th, anybody who's in the San Francisco Bay Area, we're having our Hobbit finale, and again, I know some of you who were here last year at that time are present today, and again, just a reminder, please be aware and be there. Thank you again, Agatha, for posting that thread. Man on the mission, as always. It's going to be awesome times. I can't, speak highly enough about when we actually have our live meet and greet events. They're so amazing. It's so great to get everybody out there and actually be together in person. And it's for anybody who has not been a part of one of these events, it's so surreal. Like you spend so much time with everybody that's a part of our family and our community here, and obviously we're online, we're gaming, we're on Ventrilo, we're hanging out together. You come to one of these events, and I swear it's seamless. It's like we're long lost friends or something, because again, I think it's these ties that we have within our community, and all the experiences that we share here together just on Ventrilo. It's seamless. It just translates right over. So it's always so amazing to experience these events. I cannot recommend it enough. So anybody that's within range, mark that on your calendar, December 20th. Please try to make it and be there for that. Post up if you can. We'll have all the details for that event soon, and I believe we're aiming to have our next community, our season finale wrap up a little bit before that. So we'll have another opportunity to touch base with everybody. But generally, what we're going to do is that we will order a block of tickets for the theater. So if you're thinking you can make it, please post up early, because we're gonna purchase a block of tickets most likely, and we want to make sure that we have enough for everybody. So post up if you're interested. Can't stress that enough. So big reminder on that. And I think that's it for news. Next up, so keep your eyes open. We'll have the official date and everything for our upcoming community wrap-up season finale for next month posted here soon. This will bring us to our next phase of the meeting, which is, I think, most people's favorite time. I know I usually get pretty excited about it. It's community promotions. Big Hail Swarm! Hey. So, we like to save some of our big community promotions for our global meetings, just so that we ensure that folks that are making significant accomplishments throughout our community are being recognized. A lot of times there's promotions that are made on a weekly basis at each of the chapters within the meetings. And again, want to send a big shout out to everybody who's been working on getting their forum posts up and participating and being a part of the community, because again, it's huge. That's what we're all about. This community, again, like I always say, this is a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary away from a lot of the norms that we see out there in the gaming world. Just the trolling, the trash talking, the disrespect. We like to think of ourselves as basically a sanctuary where you don't have to worry about any of that. You can, have a lot of us are parents and have children. You can have your kids in the same room with Ventrilo and not have to worry about people dropping F-bombs nonstop. You don't have to worry about people trolling you and just trash talking you. It goes back 15 years ago. Our motto was always like, hey, it's about the people. It's not about the character. So, for us, it doesn't matter if your character is level 1 or level 100. What matters is that you're a good person, that you want to contribute, you want to be a part of something bigger, and you want to help out. And that's been our goal, has been trying to fill this community with people like that, people like yourselves, people that really want something more from a community, want to be a part of something more, and not just kind of exposed to the typical like trash talking and nonstop 14-year-olds dropping genitalia jokes and things like that. It's like, hey, we're adults here, we're mature, we're professionals for the most part, and we try to maintain that type of environment for us all. So that's what we're all about here, and what we look for within our community is people that are interested in stepping up, people that are interested in taking on more responsibility and helping out in that regard. And time after time again, this comes up often for us, is like, hey, what does it take to kind of move up within the community? And the thing that we always fall back on is kind of a default response is like, it's generally, the more work you put in and the less thanks that you're looking for. It's a thankless task. We're all in it to basically just improve the community, and the higher up in ranks you go, it's really all about that. It's really all about like, hey, I'm sacrificing more and more of myself to help the community, because it's something I believe in and want to make sure that it's as good as it can be. And so that's really the type of attitude and spirit that we look for whenever we're doing promotions. And I would like to announce a promotion tonight that's a pretty significant promotion within our community. Again, we have kind of a few different brackets. We have our general membership brackets, and then our KBK bracket, which consists of knights and killer bees. And those people are generally responsible for like being in the trenches and being responsible for leading chapters and being a part of leading groups and really helping make a difference on a chapter level. And then we have the Swarm Lords that within the community are generally responsible for making a difference on a community level. These are the individuals that have generally been here for a significant amount of time, have had a hand in multiple chapters, have generally been a part of a lot of decision-making processes within the community. And we're always looking for more help in that department as well. And I would like to announce our newest Sinister Swarm Baron. This is a pretty big step, and again, this individual has been a huge part in helping communication across the board, across chapters, throughout the community, and that's something that, again, as a community, we rely heavily upon. And this individual, again, has been really focused on ensuring that we adhere to the principles that we've found helped us be successful over these past 15 years of our history. So I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our newest Sinister Swarm Baron, Agatha! Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Thanks, everybody.
No, thank you, sir.
No speech.
Speech.
Yeah, I don't really have any kind of speech prepared. I want to thank everyone in this community. This has been such a great community. I'm so lucky to have found it over 2 years ago. I'm so glad that I've finally managed to run into this community, even though I've played a lot of the same games the community has, just never on the same servers over the years. And I wish I'd run into this community a long time ago. It's been great, and I just hope to be here for a long time. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Big House Farm! Woo! That is fantastic, and again, always good to see people taking it to the next step. So big congrats to Agatha on that. With that, love to go out on a hideout. Agatha will also be leading karaoke tonight, but before we adjourn to karaoke, I just want to make sure that we give everybody here an opportunity. We'll take a few minutes. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, diatribes, anything on your mind that you'd like to address on a community level, now would be a perfect opportunity to do so. So feel free to do a /raise in the chat window, and I'll call on you in the order the question was received. Logan, you're up.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to thank everybody for all the support and all the fun that I have in this community. It's just been something that I appreciate so much. I've played so many games, and there's nothing like getting on and having a friend to play with, and I just really appreciate that.
That is awesome. And I personally would like to thank you for the shout out, because for myself, and I think a lot of us that have been around here for a while, that's like the fuel to our fire. When we hear new people to the community, or people that have been around and that have experiences like that to share, it's just so great to hear, and it just helps us kind of reinforce for all of us, like, the effort and the work that we're all putting in is really worth it. So please, anybody else with any newcomer experiences, or any times that you've had here that have really stood out to you, please, by all means, feel free to share. Ringo Blood, I think you're up.
Hey guys, first, I just want to say congratulations, Agatha, one of my buds there in Guild Wars 2 chapter. I want to say thank you for all of the time you've put into helping me with the game, keeping me in line. He knows what I'm talking about, and I'm sure that's bringing a smile to his face. Also, I want to say thank you to the whole community and the Guild Wars 2 chapter, especially the members. A little disappointed that Fate's not here, but I'm praying for her and hope she gets better. But I also want to give a shout out to her, especially to thank her for helping me through some hard times. If it wasn't for this community, I don't know where I would be right now. Been playing MMOs now for 20 years. A lot of the same MMOs you guys have played, I've played, and just as, people have said, probably just not on the same server. And we never really met up. And I feel kind of bad like that, because, I could have really used a family like this, especially through the hard times I've gone through with my medical condition. A lot of you guys really have helped me. I have a brain tumor, I use a walker, I have seizures, I've had over 25 brain surgeries since I was 5 years old. The first week I was in the guild, I had a surgery. And 3 members I want to point out to and say thank you were there with me in vent while I had my computer in the hospital with me, who stood by me and checked up on me almost daily. And those 3 members, 1 was Fate, 2 was Nylan, and 3 was Kara. That meant so much, because really a lot of people in my life, except save people from my church, didn't do that when I was in the hospital. Former guilds, people didn't care, but this guild did, and it really left a sweetness in my heart. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you, Venom.
Wow, thank you, so really appreciate it. Big Hail Storm!
Hailstorm.
Blaming you up.
Hope you meant Blarney. But anyway,
I do. Sorry, Blarney.
I kind of joined up with the guild and the game about a year ago, but I really didn't get into it. I've been playing WoW heavy. I didn't get into Guild Wars very much until about last May. And because of the Swarm and everybody in the Guild Wars chapter, I practically dropped WoW. I still play it some with my kids and a couple of friends, but it's been Guild Wars all the way. I have been playing MMOs since Asheron's Call in '98. I have been in so many guilds, it's not funny, because so many of them are run badly. So many of them are a bunch of drama queen kids, or the dramas gets ridiculous, or all they want is heavy duty raiders, and so many things wrong with guilds. This guild, I'm 54. I've been around a lot. This guild is probably the best guild that I could ever have wanted to get into. It's exactly what I've been looking for. You guys are awesome. Everybody helps out. If they don't have an answer, they find it for you. It's been a great experience. I've gotten a lot of help from everybody, especially Fate, Agathu, Nylan, Kara, and lately Ringo's been pretty helpful, and many others, Elijah and Critty. This has just been an awesome place to get together. It's why I've almost quit playing WoW, because what I really like is not so much the game, but the camaraderie and the friendship that we build up in here. It's been great. There's been no other guild in all my years of playing that's been anything like this. This is the best dang thing I've ever run into, and I hope it never ends. Thank you very much.
Woo! Big Hailstorm! Man, again, that is just so encouraging to hear, and it's like, seriously, you basically nailed kind of all of our mindset when we were first founding this community 15 years ago. I mean, we'd been in a lot of guilds, we'd seen a lot of things, we'd kind of grown tired of the general immaturity and just trash talking and disrespect that you see in gaming in general, and this was true back then, and you still see it true, if not worse, today. And you know, we're still around other guilds and around games in general, and just to kind of see how the direction and climate, I would say, of just gamers in general, it's not always in a direction that's, I think, healthy for people, especially that like ourselves, that are mature and are looking for hey, we just want to get in there and have some fun with our friends. We don't want to deal with people like, oh, hey noob, oh, you suck, hey, I'm just here to get my loot, and I just got to get my top tier gear, and I don't care about you. Back 15 years ago, we determined that hey, there's more to it than that, and the guild should be about exactly like you talk about, exactly about that, about the friendship, about the relationships that we build together, about working together, about everybody being a part of a team and helping each other out. It's just, you nailed it on the head, but it's something that, back then and again today, do now, that you just don't see very often, and you don't see people that are really focused, hey, what can I do to help out about my fellow brother and sister. Like, it's generally like, hey, we're all about ourselves, and it's more of a selfish mentality that you see out there, and everybody just trash talking anybody that's not them. And so it's really refreshing to hear that experience from you, and something that I think we all share throughout this community. So again, a big Hell Swarm! Lit up Pikachu, I think you're next.
Alright, thank you. Well, first off, I just wanted to say, congratulations to Agatha. That's a major promotion for him, and I know that he completely deserves it, 100%. Venom, you deserve probably a really big shout out as well, along with every one of the lords, as long as everyone with the killer bees. Everybody in this event right now actually deserves a shout out. You guys are a great group. I love you guys to death. You guys are like a big family to me. I'll admit, first off, whenever I came to this guild, I was a little bit wary because I didn't know what I was getting into, anything like that. And this group kind of really grew on me and made me really appreciate the game a lot more. A lot of you know already that Josh found me pretty much the day I was about to quit the game because of my old guild harassing me. And Ring of Blood, sorry. So I used to call him Josh. He basically stood up for me in front of another former guild member of mine. And for that, I can't thank him enough for that. You guys are just a great group. I've already said this, and it's going to be a broken record, but this is probably the best guild and the best group that I've ever been around in my entire life throughout any gaming industry or gaming at all. Through Counterlogic Gaming, through Digitas, through Counterlogic Gaming again. You guys have been more of a family than basically my League of Legends groups, which were basically my family because I play professionally, and you guys have been more of a family to me than pretty much anybody else. The only person that really counteracts you guys or, weighs above you is my biological family or my family that I live with. And for that, I love you guys to death, and I want to give a big shout out and a big hell swarm to everybody in this guild and to this event.
Hell Swarm!
Hell swarm.
Oh man, thank you so much for that, Pikachu. That was awesome. And I always love to hear stuff like that. Green Fox, you're up next.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hell Swarm.
Hell Swarm.
Hell Swarm. Hell Swarm.
Hell Swarm. Well, I wanted to say that I'm very appreciative of everyone, and wanted to basically say thank you to everyone that's helped me and such. I take 6 months breaks because I have to because of my job, and basically most guilds would just be like, well, you've been gone for 6 months, here's the door, talk to you later. But you guys have been there. I try to be active as possible, and be on the forums and do everything I can, and so it really means a lot that I can come back to a home and have somebody I know and trust and can work with and just feel welcome.
Heck yeah.
We love you, Green.
We love you, man. Big Hell Swarm. That is awesome, and again, that's just another thing that I think as a community we pride ourselves in. We all have lives, we all have families, we all have jobs, real life, so it's totally understandable, if real life, comes in, and we can't always be as involved as we'd like to be, but hey, once a swarmer, always a swarmer, and that's what matters to us. So yeah, really appreciate that, and we're always here to help out our fellow swarmers. So that is, again, awesome to hear. Laven, I think you're up next.
Hello, guys and gals. Anyways, I'm Lavam. I'm the Vice Herald of the ESO chapter.
I just want to give a shout out to Dracon, Hobbit, and Quantum. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Besides guidance and advice, they've also let me do something I love, which is recruiting and orientations and so on and so forth. Doing what I love in the community that I love. And I've been here for 3 years, and I hope to do another 20, so I'll cut it off there. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
That's awesome. Sweet and easy, I think you're up next.
Alright, hey guys, Hail Swarm. Hey, I just wanted to say, I've never actually said anything to the whole guild as a whole, so this is my first time, and I wanted to say it's been a great honor to join this guild. I mean, there's many things that I've done within this, or whom I've done them with in this chapter when it went to Terra and Star Wars, and been a couple different places, Final Fantasy, met some great people. There's, for those who know me, I came from a hardcore gaming background. That's what I was into, that's what I was all about, and I was in WoW. And when I met, the Terra chapter, met some great people, met a key family in this family that blood couldn't make any stronger, and it's been a great journey going through games with them and playing with them, and with many of you who I've spent time with gaming, and looking at the WoW expansion, there's some interest there. They pop back on the BattleNet, and all these friends, that I've made friends with over the time in the hardcore gaming, where, some of them are not so quite family friendly, and they said, "Are you come back?" And I said, "Kinda," because I'm here with the Swarm, and that's where I am. That's my home, and love you guys, and Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm. Yeah, it's always amazing to see, and something that we definitely, I think, one of the things that we pride ourselves in is just our diversity, and that we're able to kind of, expand and spread out, and like I was talking about earlier, it's really up to all of you guys what direction we go. So if, there's a game that you guys are interested in, let us know, and we want to make sure that we support it for the community. So that's awesome. Allegro, you're up.
Hey everyone, it's nice to meet you all. I don't know a whole lot of you since I'm mostly in the Final Fantasy chapter and recently the Guild Wars 2 chapter. I wanted to say, before I first joined, for years I had always been kind of a solo person. I didn't talk much, I didn't have friends, I didn't really join guilds for very long, and I didn't stay in them for very long, but then I found you guys on the forums, and I have something called Asperger's syndrome. It's hard to describe, but basically it's a form of autism that makes me a little socially awkward. So I didn't really, that's why I was so shy and I didn't talk much, but I can honestly say, when I first was getting my orientation from Kalia, I felt at home, I felt comfortable, and it's the first time I've been able to feel comfortable enough to just talk to people about anything, and I really want to say thank you guys for giving me a big family in a video game.
Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm!
That is awesome. Yep, fantastic. Really appreciate that. And again, that's what we love about this community, is that it's such an amazing family, and we all work together and help each other out, and look out for each other. It's our online family, so that's what we're all about. And Kitty, I think you're up.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that even though that I'm not part of the community, I will be soon. The Arcade chapter that I am mainly in, the guys are awesome. They are laid back. I have a lot of issues, and I've been listening. One of the things that I can relate with one of your members is that I also suffer from autism, and especially you can tell that mine is mainly with speech, especially when I get tired, and they don't pick on me. They don't, how do I say, criticize me for that. They just, go ahead, take your time. I also have a lot of other medical issues, which I'm not going to go into as of right now. But main thing, guys, is thank you so much. if it wasn't for, you know, the Arcade chapter, I probably wouldn't even attempted to come up. And believe it or not, y'all rock. Love y'all.
And Ella.
That's right. Yeah, I know. It's a crazy concept, and it's like something that, again, it's so, wild and wacky that as a community we're all kind of have that same mindset as like, hey, we're all here to help each other out and to back each other up and not trash talk each other and belittle each other. And again, it's like it feels like it's a rare thing, and it seems like it should be just general common sense. It's like, hey, how about some human courtesy, and let's work together as a team and try to benefit each other and not just focus on our own selfish needs. And it's just been our mantra and something that we work towards from the beginning. To us, it just seems like common sense, and it's just unfortunate that not everybody else in the world, in the gaming world, shares those same views and values. But that's why, again, we feel like this is such a sanctuary, and for people like ourselves that really put value on those things and the community and helping each other out and being a part of a team and working together, that's why this is such a special home for all of us here. So can't thank you all enough, because it's all about the people. It's all about you guys individually that make this place such an amazing home for all of us. So big Hail Swarm! So thank you all for being here, being a part of this community, and making it as amazing as it is. With that, I think looks like we got one more comment, and then we'll turn it over to Agatha for karaoke. So King Zodson, you're up.
Hail Swarmers. If it hasn't been mentioned already, I just want to remind all media managers that I'm the guy you're supposed to throw your meteors to. I have opened up a Google Doc folder so all the media can be thrown in there and we can upload it to our YouTube page. If you do not have the link for that YouTube page, for that Google Doc page, please PM me, Zotson, on the forums, and I will get you permission so you can upload your videos. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Swarm. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
And just a reminder for folks, basically we like to see a media manager in at least one media manager in each of our casual and official chapters. This is somebody who records video, kind of logs, audio, things like that, so that we can keep a record of our chapters throughout our legacy. And King Zodson is the media master, so he's responsible for managing all of that content and then posting it up on our YouTube page. So for anybody who's not done it thus far, please coordinate with King Zodson so we can make sure that our media is headed to the right place. And King Zod, you're up.
Thanks, Emperor Venom. King Zodson's comments about media manager stuff prompted me to remember that we have a Swarm Twitter account, and we started to use that more regularly. Soldier Bees, there is in the Soldier Bee forum a sticky post on how to create something and have one of the Swarm Lords send that out as a tweet. So we'll be looking to do that and add information about things like upcoming guild events, meetings, and so forth.
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
And you can follow the Sinister Swarm on Twitter.
We're really evolving with the times. It's so good to hear. Thank you, King Zod. All right, good stuff. And so we look forward to more of that and social media as it relates to our community. So really great to see that we have more avenues to utilize when it comes to staying connected as a community. So that's really great to see. And again, thanks to King Zood, King Zod, and everybody else for their ongoing efforts in that regard. So with that, I would like to send a big Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm! Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm! Hail Swarm! Thank you all. Thank you all for being here and participating. Really appreciate it. We look forward to our next community meeting next month. And for now, I'm going to turn you over all to the capable hands of Baron Agathu for karaoke night. Enjoy.
Welcome to Honor. Become part of our ranks and battle alongside of us.